Hello ladies and gents, and welcome back to my channel. If you just so happen to be joining me for the very first time, my name is Donella and this is my world of beauty, of makeup, of skincare and pure nonsense right here on YouTube. So for this video we are going to be doing a comparison or a test run. I don't know what you want to call it, but we're going to be doing a comparison video today. And the two contenders are the first one that's up is, of course, everybody should be familiar with this powder. It's the Beauty Bakery Yellow Flower. It comes in a jar that looks like this. The other contender in this video is none other than the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch powder. These two contenders are going up against each other to see which one held up best in this damn heat that we have down here. I don't know what's going on. Ask me recently if I had to choose between the Beauty Bakery Yellow Flower and the Fenty Beauty Instant Retouch powder, which one would I say hold up best? When it comes to my oily skin, my T-zone area, when it comes to, you know, being out in the sun all day, which one would I say is my makeup best? And it was kind of a hard decision for me, but from past experience I know there's the one that actually does the trick. But you know, for filming purposes and because I wanted to prove my points, I actually filmed this video. I did a small test run. It wasn't anything lengthy, so if you guys are interested in seeing which one of these babies actually won that weird test, then please stay tuned. Okay, so first things first, of course, you know, I already went ahead and prepped my skin. I have all my serums. I added my moisturizer, and to prime my skin I'm going to be using the Matte Ambition mattifying skin primer. This one is from CoverGirl. This one is from the full spectrum line. Press that in real quick. So I'm thinking, you know, since I started off with my CoverGirl primer, why don't we just go ahead and go and use the CoverGirl foundation. This one is the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation. I think I would have done a review on this on my channel sometime back when it first came out. You guys know the drill. I went ahead and filled in my eyebrows off camera because I always feel like I look kind of scary with my eyebrows not filled in on camera. That's just me. You guys might have a different perspective, but for me I think it looks a little bit scary. Alright, so I'm going to be using two concealers, and you know, I'm going to be doing the same technique on both sides just so that it balances out both powders. We're gonna have a powder going on the left, we're gonna have a powder going on the right. One is gonna be Fenty, one is going to be Beauty Bakery Yellow Flower. Alright, and then I'm going to go in again with another concealer. Yeah, I'm just going to just look pretty sculpted today. And I'm going to add the concealer here as well. And yes, I'm just going to allow my concealer to kind of dry down for like a minute or two. I feel like you get the most use out of your concealer whenever you allow it to dry down for like a minute or two, especially if you're sitting in front of a fan. You know, it helps to dry down the concealer a bit faster. So I'm just going to allow it to dry down for 2 minutes, a minute or two, and then I'm just going to blend it out real quick. So now that the concealer is all blended out, I'm going to dig into both of these powders, and I'm going to apply one on each side. So the Beauty Bakery Yellow Flower is going to go on this side, and the Fenty Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch powder in the shade Banana is going to go on the other side. Now I'm using the banana shade instead of the honey shade because I feel like the banana and the yellow flower kind of have the same beigey consistency, and I feel like the honey for the Fenty is a little bit more, the yellow is really rich, kind of like the Sacha Buttercup powder. So I'm trying to have the same contrast, so to speak. So both of these, I'm going to try them now using two different powder puff applicators. So let me start off with the Beauty Bakery Yellow Flower. Let me just knock some of that over in here. Then we're gonna, this is how much I'm using. Then I'm going to dip it, get the powder puff in, and let me get my hand mirror, and then I'm just going to press it right there. You see what I'm talking about? I feel like the Beauty Bakery Yellow Flower actually has the same beigey undertone as the Fenty the Fenty Banana powder. A different powder puff. This one I actually used already, so it's a little bit, yeah, it has a little bit of makeup on it. And then it's going to go into the Fenty Banana powder, and I'm just going to press this all I don't know if you guys can actually see the difference. I feel like I have way more banana powder over on this eye than I do with the Beauty Bakery Yellow Flower. So let me just apply a little bit more of that powder from Beauty Bakery. You know, just so we have an even balance of powder going on both sides. 2 different powder puffs. So let me put this one on. This one has the Fenty powder on it. And then I'm going to go in with this one that has the Beauty Bakery Yellow Flower. I just want to have the same balance on both sides. So since I went in a little bit heavy on the Fenty powder, let me just go in a little bit heavy on the Beauty Bakery Yellow Flower. Because the Fenty Instant Retouch powder is actually a touch-up powder as well. It's almost like a multitasking powder. The consistency of it is like, it's heavier, so it's almost like it sets everything in place instantly, you know, instant retouch. But with the Beauty Bakery Yellow Flower, what I realized is that you actually have to work, it's a little bit harder to kind of just set everything in place. So this one has a Fenty powder on it. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. The yellow flower over here, and then I'm going to put the rest of the instant retouch powder over here. I'm trying to figure out how I really want to do this, because yeah, I'm trying to press both of them in at the same time, just so that I have equal consistency going on both sides. Fenty, Beauty Bakery. So now that I have pretty much completed my face, I think I need to add some highlight. Yeah, how could I forget to add my highlight and a little bit of blush just to warm the look a little bit more. And then I'm going to be choosing like a lip shade, nothing over the top, because I'm just doing, the focus is really in this area right here where we're doing the powder test between the Beauty Bakery Yellow Flower and the Fenty Instant Retouch powder in the shade Banana. So I'm trying not to do too much thing, but at the same time I want to do everything like how I normally would, just to see how everything is going to hold up. Okay, I'm going to do a nude lip. Let me just line my lips with this brown pencil, this jumbo brown pencil. I'm going to go in with one of my NYX Butter Gloss. This one is in the shade, oh, Madeline. This is actually one of my favorite nudes. You guys already know I'm extra, so I'm going to put a gloss on top of that, a gloss on top of a gloss. I'm going in with my Patrick Ta Major Glow Lip Shine. This one is in the shade She's an Influencer. This setting spray, I'm going to be using this mist from Olay. This one is the Ultimate Hydration Essence. This one is the Energizing Mist that has the vitamin C and bergamot. I almost draw myself in the scented, yeah. Okay, no, at a glance, I'm not seeing like much of a difference here as yet. I've been wearing my makeup for about an hour now, so I think I need to kind of just leave it on a little bit longer just to see if there's any sort of dramatic difference between this side and that side. I'm actually about to leave the house because I have an errand to run, so I'm going to see how much both sides hold up for like 2 to 3 hours. I'm going to be about for somewhere between 2, 3, 4 hours, and just check back in with you guys, and then let you guys determine which side you like to see, and I'm going to decide which side I think looks best on me in terms of how well it. I'm back like 3 hours later, and I'm wearing a super bright red lip, yeah, because I was myself a little bit on the way out, you know, and I decided to put a little bit more pop of color on me, you know, because you guys know I do a lot of nudes. Nudes are my thing. Nude makeup, that is, you know, just to be clear. 3 hours later, I've been wearing my makeup for about 3 hours. But looking at both sides, both the Beauty Bakery side and the Fenty Beauty side, I can definitely say without, I mean, you guys can actually see it. There is definitely no difference. I feel like they both hold up my T-zone area really, really good. And which is why when the person asked me, you know, if I had a preference or if I had to choose between both, I tell them it's really hard, because from my experience, from my skin type, and I always tell people, you know, everybody's skin type is different. I feel like whenever I use Beauty Bakery on some days, and whenever I use the Fenty Instant Retouch powder on other days, you know, it all depends. Sometimes it all depends on the makeup that I'm wearing on that particular day as well, because on most days I always feel like my Fenty Instant Retouch powder is the #1 that I have in my possession. But on on other days I feel like they're both equal. So for me right now, I still can't decide. I really still can't decide. But if I had to actually pick one, like from past experiences, like dealing with both of them, I have to say the Fenty Instant Retouch powder wins. And it's really because from my experience, like on those super hot days, like during the summer, I felt like that was the only powder that I could actually apply to my face that actually held up my makeup. That was the best retouch powder that I had in my possession. I had to choose one like right now, and I have to say, let me pick a winner, not based off of this little test right here, but based off of past experiences like during the summer. I would say Fenty is the winner. Fenty is the one that held up my makeup best. So if you guys actually wanted me to choose a winner, that's my winner. Alright, ladies and gents, so we have come to the end of this little experimental video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. And if you guys actually have both powders in your possession, what your experience was like when you wore Fenty on one day and Beauty Bakery on the other day, or if you want to do a test run like what I did and put Fenty on one side and Beauty Bakery on the other side, and go ahead and tell me what the results were at the end of the day. I only had this on for like 3 hours, so maybe I needed to wear it longer, but I know I can actually tell you guys right now, Fenty is going to be the winner. And I know everybody's skin type is different, but I have oily skin, and I feel like oily skin is probably like the bottom of everything, you know. I feel like persons who have normal skin, they don't have to worry about anything. Us who suffer from oily skin, we have to do so much when it comes to getting our makeup to not only look good, but to actually hold up throughout the course of the day. Yeah, the Fenty is the #1 powder right now that I have tried. English is a funny language, right? I know some persons might be saying, oh, how you could say this because we are now blah blah blah. Listen to my words. Fenty is the best powder that I have tried so far. There are plenty on the market that I have not tried yet, but to date, as it stands right now, Fenty is the one that holds up my makeup. And with that being said, we have come to the end of this video. Please don't forget to click the subscribe button on your way out. And if you happen to have enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up on your way out. Until my next upload, I'll talk to you guys real soon. Bye bye.